Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. Now, I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I'm based in Calgary, Alberta. And why am I here today? I'm here to tell you why you must come to Canada and do an MBA, or why you should come to Canada to do an MBA. You know, a lot of people are struggling. They want to come to Canada. They know they want to study. But a lot of people are struggling with this question at the back of their minds. Which is that perfect program to come study in Canada? And I want to tell you why an MBA is the perfect program. Of course, an MBA is not for everybody. It's for people who want to do postgraduate studies. So this is not for high schoolers, but you know what? Even if you're leaving high school, there's tomorrow, there's proper planning. With proper planning, you can plan your life today in such that you come here, you do your undergraduate, and later on you do your MBA. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with you listening in to this video. So call on all the people, you know, who are interested in studying in Canada, and then let's discuss the advantages of doing an MBA in Canada, and actually I can help you make that decision. I'll show you the real reasons why you actually need to do it here in Canada. Okay? Now, have you subscribed to my channel? If you haven't subscribed, excuse me, please do subscribe, like and share for those ones who've subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Now, number one, and I want to say this respectfully, but it's also common knowledge to a lot of you that the best credential for management positions. So if you want to get into management, or you're already in management and you're feeling like you've hit the glass ceiling, like you want to go to the next level, like you want to get a better job in management, like you want to be a better manager, an MBA is the answer to your question. Okay, so an MBA is your solution. It's that course that you're looking for, so it's the best credential out there, hand down. Okay, best credential is an MBA. Number two, employability. Yes, employability. And you know what, I know a lot of students, when they come to Canada, they are worried about being employable in Canada. Remember, you have to show that you're employable in your home country. But an MBA plays both sides, because it can help you be employable should you go back to your home country, and not just employable. If you feel like you are underemployed where you are, it can get you a better position. It can open doors, you know, in your home country. But still, when you do an MBA in Canada, you're also in a very good playing ground with people here in Canada. Not everybody has an MBA. It's a superior level. It's a good credential, as I said, and you're also very employable here. And not just employable, it's good remuneration as well. Okay? I seriously haven't found someone who has an MBA who is just walking around jobless in this country, and for sure they're not flipping burgers. Okay? Yes, so it's one of the best credentials for employability wherever you look at it, whether it's your country, whether it's in Canada, whether it's any other place in the world. So it doesn't matter, it's non-limiting. Okay? Number three, you know that course that you really want to use to justify to the visa officer? Oh my goodness. This course, because of its employability back in your home country, because of the potential of opportunities, the doors that this course can actually open for you, then it's very easy to justify it to a visa officer. You know, a lot of people, the reason why they get denied to come study in Canada, it's simply because they can't really tell a visa officer why they are doing that course, or why they are coming to do that course in Canada. But this it's a really good course to justify to a visa officer. It can be done by people of diverse backgrounds as well. Okay? Number four, after you impress a visa officer, what next, my dear? You need to be approved for a visa. So an MBA, of course, we said it's a high credential. This is not a certificate. This is not a diploma. This is not just any credential. It's a freaking MBA. So guess what happens? It has high visa approval rates. You had that. Okay. Yes. No. Why you also want to do an MBA in Canada? Number 5, immigration options. Now, if you're coming here to do an MBA, it means you have previous education most of the time. Okay, you find that most MBAs are 2-year programs. When they're 2-year programs, guess what? They give you 3-year work permits. So you are in Canada for a period of 5 good years. And in these 5 years, you get to gain the relevant work experience that allows you to immigrate through the Canadian experience class or even the federal skilled worker class. Okay. No. I know. I hope I'm making sense to a lot of you, and I hope I'm giving you hope of doing this course. Then I know some people are back there and they're saying, but you know, Lois, MBAs are damn expensive. Yes, I know they're quite expensive. You know, if you're coming to do an MBA in a top university, if you're looking at University of Toronto, University of Ottawa, McGill University, all those prestigious universities, you're gonna be paying a premium for an MBA. But it doesn't have to be done in one of those colleges. You know, of course, there's the prestige that comes with those colleges. But you know what? If you can't afford, you can still get an MBA at an affordable college, okay, or university rather. So if you have the money, by all means, go do an MBA in a prestigious college. If you don't have the money, do not be discouraged. There are affordable MBAs. If you want an affordable MBA, talk to yours truly. Okay. The other thing I know you're saying, Lois, a lot of MBAs require very high GPAs and they also require GMATs. Okay. And it's true. It's true. You're right. Of course, you're not going to do an MBA if you flopped in your undergraduate degree. So let's get past that. Assuming you passed and you got a good GPA. The issue here we should be looking at is the issue of GMATs. Okay. Majority of the universities are going to be asking for a GMAT, and especially, I actually think like 98% of universities, they're going to be asking for a GMAT for you to do an MBA. But I can get you an MBA that doesn't require a GMAT. Okay, so of course there are some requirements. You want to talk to me, book a study consultation with me, and I will tell you the kind of an MBA you need to be doing. The other thing, I know you. You know, people think that you have to have a business degree to do an MBA. For the most part, yes, a lot of schools are not going to accept you if you don't have a business degree before doing an MBA. But it's not always the case. I've told you guys that schools are different in this country. Each school is different and they have different admitting criteria. So there are some schools that would still allow you to do MBAs even if you didn't have a business degree. Ask me how. Okay, send me an email, book a consultation, and I'll be able to run you through the program and how you may actually be joining an MBA that is affordable, that you don't need a GMAT at least most of the time, and it's yeah, it's affordable and you don't need a GMAT and you don't necessarily need a business degree. And why I'm insisting on this business degree, you know, I said an MBA, is justifiable to people of diverse backgrounds. So it doesn't mean that if you're a doctor, you can't do an MBA. Yes, you can do an MBA. An engineer can do an MBA. Why? Because maybe you want to get into the field of business management. Maybe you want to run your own consultancy firm. So why shouldn't you be doing an MBA? So it's anybody, anyone can apply to do an MBA. Okay, so do not be afraid and cower and say, oh, you know what, I don't have this kind of a degree, I may not be admitted. That's why I'm saying talk to me, book a study consultation session on my website, and let's help you do an MBA in Canada, and let's make your dreams come true. Because my friend, what's better than an MBA? Nothing, literally nothing. And it's true, you know, when I consult with people who have MBAs, because I do consult with a lot of you, especially in choosing courses. I help people choose courses in this country, courses that make sense to you and make sense to visa officers. And I always tell people, if you have an MBA, you know, unless maybe you want to do a PhD, then you're very limited as to what else you can do unless you want to deviate a little bit. So you find that an MBA is all encompassing, it's all inclusive, it's wonderful, it's a brilliant kind of a course. But even if you have an MBA, it doesn't mean that you can't do a different course. If you're in that kind of a situation, you have an MBA and you still want to come to Canada to study and it's not necessarily a PhD, please book a consultation and I'm gonna get you creative ideas. I'm gonna give you creative courses that you can still justify to a visa officer and get that study permit. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Please like and share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and have a good night. I'll see you in my next video.